guys, it's Melissa. I'm back with another video. I know I was supposed to come back since last week, Monday, with a video. It's now Monday, May 3rd. Is it the 3rd? Or something like that. And I was supposed to come back last week, Monday, with my MEPS experience at the hotel because I was due to take my physical. I was due to take my physical on Tuesday, that following day. So, that didn't happen. So this video is not, it's going to be about my MEPS experience, but it's going to be about, more so about choosing the right recruiter. I just want to share this with you guys because if anyone is planning on joining, not even just the Navy, if you plan on joining any branch of the military, please, 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 I cannot stress it enough, please choose the right recruiter. If you see you have a recruiter that is either doesn't make you comfortable, keeps messing up, doesn't seem like your future is their concern, if it seems like they just want to meet their quota, please take your things. You can always take your all your forms, or if you've already started the process, you can take your forms and go somewhere else. I can't stress it enough how important it is to just, if you don't have the right recruiter, please go see someone else that's going to be worth it, because at the end of the day, it's not their future. They're already in the military. They've already done their years. It's you that have to get in. So if you really care about your future and you see your recruiter is not doing their job the way they're supposed to, get another recruiter. So my experience with MEPS. I was supposed to go on Monday, like I said. I was due to go to the hotel on Monday in Miami. I believe the hotel was the Marriott. My recruiter had me come in Monday at 11 a.m. because I had to fill out some forms before he sent me off, and we were supposed to leave around 12:30 to get there at 1 o'clock. So the whole time I'm there, I get there at 11 a.m. and I'm there just filling out forms, and I'm just like, okay, the time is ticking. People that were due to go to MEPS, they left, and I was still in the recruit office. I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, we just have to finish your paperwork and then we're gonna get you out. I'm like, okay. I'm like, whatever. I didn't think anything of it. So then he asked me, he's like, oh, Melissa, did you wanna go to MEPS today and stay overnight at the hotel, or do you want to just go in tomorrow and just take your physical? I'm like, no, I'm already here. If my mother sees me come back, because she had to watch my little one, if my mother sees me come back, she's just like, she's not gonna be having it. She's not gonna take me serious. So I'm like, I'm already here. Let's do it. I'm ready to go to the hotel and take my physical tomorrow. And he's like, oh, okay, no problem. Time ticks, time passes. I'm still at the recruit office, and finally it's like 3 something, probably like 3:30, and I'm like, all right, I'm hungry, I need to eat. I'm like, is it okay if I go get something to eat? He's like, oh yeah, that's fine, we won't leave to another 40 minutes anyway. So I'm like, okay, go get something to eat. Soon as I come back, he calls me. He's like, Melissa, come to the back, I have to talk to you about something. And I'm just like, oh, it doesn't even sound good. So he brought me to the back, and he's like, I'm just going to tell you straight up. They don't have a spot for you at MEPS. Your name wasn't on the list. So just mind you, I'm pissed off. So I'm not going to go into what happened or whatever. I didn't get a spot at MEPS that day. I was not able to go to the hotel that Monday. He said, as soon as we have a spot open for you, then I'll let you know. I'm like, well, I will let you know because I do have a responsibility, which is my 8-month-old child. She's not in daycare. I am her mother, so I can't keep giving her off to people to watch her, because other people have lives. They didn't make that baby. I made the baby. So I'm like, I will let you know when I'm available, because at that point I almost told myself, I'm like, maybe it's not meant to be, maybe I shouldn't do it. But he ended up calling me later on that night, and he's like, Melissa, we have a spot for you tomorrow. We were able to get you back on the list for Tuesday to take your physical. You just you wouldn't sleep at the hotel, but we come and pick you up at your house tomorrow at 4 a.m. and then we get to MEPS by 6 o'clock. Are you able to do it? I'm like, fine, because I had already arranged for my mother to watch my child Monday and Tuesday. I confirmed with my mother if it was okay with her, and she said yes, gave me the thumbs up, and I was able to go. So, that's one mess up that he did so far. 2, I get to MEPS, I get there at 6 o'clock. I'm going to make a separate video about my MEPS experience, but I just want to make this video about choosing, the correct recruiter. But I will make a video about my MEPS experience. I get to MEPS, I do my physical. I passed everything. There was no issues with anything. We got there at 6 o'clock. Well, 5:45. Doors open at 6 o'clock, of course. I passed everything, and we finished everything at around 10 a.m. And we sat in the waiting room near our liaison to pick our jobs. Sat there. They finally called me back there, and they told me, they asked me a few questions, asking for my husband's birth certificate and all these other things. Mind you, my husband is deployed, so that stuff to get is not really, it's not going to be, a piece of cake. So, they asked me for a form. I needed to get 3 pieces of documents that my recruiter should have told me that I needed. So, I did MEPS, I passed my physical. All I had to do was pick my job, and I would swear into the United States Navy that day. And because of my recruiter failing to do his job correctly and not telling me that I needed such and such forms, not telling me that I needed XYZ, not telling me that I needed this or needed that, I was unable to swear in. So I have to, my husband is deployed, so it's not easy to get different forms. It's different time zones, so he's about 7 hours ahead of me. And when their personnel, like the administrative office on his ship is open, we're asleep. And when they're asleep, we're awake here in the States, so it's hard to, get certain information when I need it. So I was unable to get those pieces of information for the MEPS personnel. So I had to, once again, go home, and I could not swear in that day. Mind you, my recruiter did not take me to MEPS that day. Another recruiter from my same recruit station took me. So that day, I was just there, didn't have my recruiter with me. He never contacted me while I was at MEPS. He never contacted me when I got home. He contacted me 24 hours later from him hearing that I could not swear in that day. So I'm just making this video just to stress to you guys that if you see that your recruiter does not care about, the benefit that it's going to give you, and he or she just cares about meeting that quota or meeting that commission or whatever, that is not the recruiter that you need, because they're going to play you, pretty much. They're going to play you. They're going to feed you this in your ear saying, oh yeah, this is fine. You don't need this. Oh, you don't need that. You don't need this. And then when you get down to it, when it gets down to the nitty gritty, when it's stuff that they don't control, you're going to be the one that's asked out, excuse my French, but you're the one that's going to be in the hole. You're the one that's going to be behind. You're the one that's going to have to go through a process over again, because I'm definitely going to have to do the MEPS process again, not doing my physical, but waking up at 4 in the morning just to be there at 6 a.m., having someone to have to watch my child, being in MEPS until they call my name to pick a job. That's going to be an all-day process as well. So he didn't consider that. But, it happens. I've already gotten this far, so I'm not going to, you know, pick another recruiter now because I've already gotten this far. So I finally got the documents to him. He's going to send it over to MEPS. I'm just waiting on him to let me know if MEPS gives me the okay. I get a date from him of when I'm supposed to go back and finalize everything, pick my job, and swear in. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'll keep you guys updated. I just can't stress enough. Pick a good recruiter. If you feel like, if that's the only recruiter in your town, and you see that they're not, you know, doing their job, stay on top of them. Don't be afraid to be snappy. Don't be afraid to get them on their toes, because you're not in the military yet. They're not your superior yet. At this point, you guys are both equal because you guys are both adults. So, you know, the respect has to be given somehow. Don't just get a recruiter that's going to lag off or slack off because they feel like, okay, I got her or I got him. My quota's met. I'm done. If you feel like you have a recruiter like that, I'm telling you now, either walk away and find a better recruiter, or if you can't, put your foot down. Let them know that it's no joke. This is my future. You're already in. You've already done this, but now it's my turn. You have to let them know it's your turn. It's your future. It's your decision. This is your choice, and you want this experience to be a good one. You want this to be an easy one. If it's because especially it's not something that we as recruits or potential recruits can control. They're in control of it. So just make sure that you keep them on their P's and Q's. Make sure you keep them on their toes. Make sure they're doing their job. Make sure you're picking these recruiters that do their job the correct way and that care for their recruits. Not saying that he doesn't care, but he didn't care enough to, you know, lead me in the right direction. But I don't want to keep rambling. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, this is something that I really want to do. This is something that my husband really wants me to do. This is something that I really want to do for my family. So I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up hope. I'm going to keep focused on what the task is, and I'm going to come out on top. I'm going to swear into the United States Navy. I'm going to pick the job that I want, and I'm going to make it. Trust me. So I will be back again with my MEPS experience, my physical, and I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Sorry I couldn't come soon enough with the update. It was too much going on over here on this end, but if I had went to MEPS when I was supposed to, the video would have been done. But it's just a lot going on this end. I will keep you guys updated. Alrighty, thank you. Have a good day.